It looks like the state is doubling down on their intent to seek the death penalty against Bryan Kohberger, but with one small change. Hey guys, this is Jules with True Crime Reactions. Disclaimer. Everything stated in this video is my opinion and my opinion only, and just like everything else in these cases we discuss here on this channel, everything is alleged. Okay, so we've been talking about this huge drop of documents that happened in the Idaho case on this past Friday. Today is now Sunday, October the 13th. This will most likely drop on the 14th, so these documents would have actually dropped on the 11th. Yeah. Now, as I've mentioned, it looks as if most of these are responses from the state to the defense's drop of several hundred pages worth of documents earlier on in September. We went through every single one of those documents in this live. It's well over 4 hours. It's actually me pre-recording me reading all of the documents, doing my normal editing, and then posting it live so that I could discuss it with you guys in real time, and because it was so long. Now, instead of doing it to where it's this huge, long, ridiculous video, I'm going to try to do it with the original document that was posted by the defense versus now what the response is from the state. And I figured that this would be the good one to start with because the death penalty is a big topic. Now, it's something I believe in. I know that it has its faults, and I know that there have been plenty of people that have been put through the death penalty phase that maybe weren't so guilty in the long run. But there are some people out there that don't deserve to breathe, that don't deserve to share our energy in our atmosphere and taint the world around them. It's a big catch-22. Now, as you can see, after we received the governing proceedings and notice of the trial settings, where we got our August of 2025 trial date, we then have the amended notice pursuant to seeking the death penalty, Idaho Code 184-004A. Now, notice this says amended. So the original one had 5 aggravating factors. Let's go up and grab that one real quick. It was posted in 2023. Here it is right here. Notice pursuant to Idaho Code 184-004A. And this one was June 26th of 2023. And notice it has 5. Okay. So the original 5 aggravators are as follows. Idaho Code 19-25159B. At the time the murder was committed, the defendant also committed another murder. Is that one on the new one? Yep, right there. Okay, so then number 2, let me make it a little bit bigger. Okay. Number 2, Idaho Code 19-25159E. The murder was especially heinous, atrocious, or cruel, manifesting exceptional depravity. And I'm pretty positive. Yep, that one's on there. Now, number 3 was Idaho Code 19-25159F. By the murder or circumstances surrounding its commission, the defendant exhibited utter disregard for human life. Is that one number 3 still? Yep, same exact wording. Okay, number 4 was Idaho Code 19-25159G. The murder was committed in the perpetration of or attempt to perpetrate arson, rape, robbery, burglary, kidnapping, or mayhem, and the defendant killed, intended a killing, or acted with reckless indifference to human life. Is that the same? The defendant by his conduct, whether such conduct was before. Okay, hold on. So, okay, that's not the same one. So they're taking away this one And they're leaving in the number 5 that says the defendant, by his conduct, whether such conduct was before, during, or after the commission of the murder at hand, has exhibited a propensity to commit murder, which will probably constitute a continuing threat to society. That one they kept on there. But they took away the one about while committing the murder basically happened in the attempt to also do arson, robbery, burglary, kidnapping, or mayhem. So does that mean that they're taking away that burglary charge? I guess that's what I need to find out now that we know what the difference actually is. Now, the verbiage that goes on the bottom of this is still like it's pretty much exactly the same, but does that mean that they're going to have to take away that burglary charge? Because the charging document, let's go back up to the charging document so that you guys can see. The case summary has it on here at the very, very top. Burglary is the top one. Let me make that bigger. Okay. It's the burglary first and then the murder charges. So if they take away number 4, does that mean that they also have to take away the burglary charge? Like amend the actual charges? Let's see what else we have down here. The motion for leave to amend notice pursuant to the death penalty. Let's see if they give a little bit more of an explanation into this one. Comes now the state of Idaho by and through the Latell County prosecuting attorney and respectfully moves the court for leave to amend its June 26, 2023 one. That's the one that we opened. Okay, in support of this motion, the state has continued to review this case and prepare for upcoming pretrial motions, practice, and trial, and the state has determined that the remaining 4 aggravating factors. Okay, so, okay, hold on. What is this one right here? Because it's the same thing. Hereby order that the state's notice. Okay, that just means, okay, yeah, we filed you. Now, something else that I found really interesting, and we only have this about it. And I'm going to put this in this because it looks like they're going to have to get rid of that burglary charge. If they're getting rid of the aggravator, wouldn't they have to get rid of that part of it? That's just me thinking in my head logically from what I'm seeing. Again, I'm reacting to what I'm looking at. I'm not a lawyer. I don't understand it. But from how I'm looking at it, that's how it sounds. Okay. So now I see all of these objections, right? These objections right here are what we're going to go through. And I'm going to take the original ones that I read through in September. And then I'm going to go through and give you guys the response, these objections from the state. Okay. The reason why I'm putting this one in here is because this one is not an objection. This is the state literally claiming, okay, we're going to go ahead and allow the felony murder aggravator to go away as well. Okay, this states on September 5th, 2024, defendant filed his motion to strike felony murder aggravator. Contemporaneous with this objection, the state has filed a motion for leave to amend notice pursuant to Idaho Code 184004A, along with an amended notice under Idaho Code 184004A, the ones we just read about them taking away one of the aggravators on the death penalty situation. We just read those. Under the amended notice, the state will no longer be pursuing the felony murder aggravator. Accordingly, the defendant's motion to strike felony murder aggravator will be rendered moot and should be denied. This is a very strange way that this is coming about because they're basically saying, hey, you should deny this because we're already sort of like doing what they want to do is sort of how it sounds. Again, I'm not a lawyer, but this is the only one that doesn't have an actual objection in the title, but they're still claiming it should be denied, but they're basically claiming to deny it again, like I said, because they're sort of giving in to what the defense is asking for anyway. But this is still strange to me because this is for the felony murder aggravator, and what they're talking about when it comes to the aggravator that was removed is basically them claiming that the murder took place while the other crime of all these other things was actually happening. Like, this was the intention and the murder took place in the commission of this other horrible crime happening, and they're wanting to take that part away. See, that's what makes this case even more confusing. I need to give it a think. But at this point, it's interesting that all of these things are being just like dwindled away when it comes to the importance of these charges. Not to say the importance of the lives lost, because that's not the case, but I mean the strength that they're trying to claim that they have on this case is just like dwindling away with every single document, with every little thing that we see. It's going to be interesting to go in and see what all these objections are when it comes to all the other stuff, because they've made some changes, and I'm going to have to wrap my brain around what those changes mean. I'm going to try to get some more holes filled in on what is actually happening here, and then we're going to go over the rest of these documents. But let me know what you guys think so far down in the comments. If you like the way that I present this information and give my opinion, please don't forget to leave a like on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed already, and don't forget to make sure that your notification bell is set to all so you don't miss any of my rants, reviews, reactions, updates, or deep dives. See y'all.